Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We are, this evening, going to attempt to do a flight, so fingers crossed this works. Good there, Morgan, with the Tier 1 resub over on Twitch. Thank you so much, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you for the resub. So fingers crossed this works. We've not managed a flight while streaming for some time. So we're going to give this a go. We're going to hope that it works. We're going to hope everything loads. Fingers crossed. If it doesn't work, then we might have a problem. But let's see how we go. Hello everyone, good evening. So, so we're going to keep it nice and simple. British Airways A320. Ivalo here in Finland, down to Gatwick. We've got the default Gaia Simulations Ivalo. We've got Anybuilds Gatwick. We're not really expecting much in the way of ATC, but we'll see how it goes. Unstable flaps with the Tier 1 resub as well. Thank you so much, mate. Much appreciated. Welcome into you all. We are flying BA Euroflyer, so our call sign tonight is Griffin, not Speedbird. Razor, hello mate, welcome in. Let's see, for some reason the TikTok live chat appears to have stopped working, which is rather interesting, because that shouldn't happen. Let's just see if I have broken something somewhere, so apologies, we're just going to get sidetracked for a moment. Jam, so Euroflyer is Echo Foxtrot Whiskey. We're just going to drag some files over, we're going to replace a couple of things. Let's hit start on that, let's see if it works. There we go, that seems to fix it. Hopefully that will sort it now. Fingers crossed that will start working. Oh yeah, it's definitely fixed because it's posting the same message 3 times. Well, that's better than not at all, I suppose. Right, shall we jump in the cockpit? Oh, I forgot, by the way, I'm on Sim Update 4 again. So everything's a bit terrible. I missed Sim Update 5, but sadly it breaks the window textures. So we've gone back to Sim Update 4. Tyler, hello mate, welcome in. I've had a good day, thanks. Hopefully yours was good. So let's start. Everything's going to be really laggy and weird because all my settings are set up for Sim Update 5. But that's fine. Let's get the aircraft up and running. We're in an A320 for this flight. Turn all them on, turn all them on. That will do the self-test, and we will make our way, if I can remember which button it is, there we go, over to the tablet, and we'll start getting that set up. Let's say we are, we'll ignore that, we are Ivalo to Gatwick. We should be pushing back now, but we're not going to, obviously because we've just loaded up. So let us start with some boarding. 115 passengers, 10.8 tons of fuel with 3.3 just under tons of cargo on board. So we'll get that loading in. Morgan, no worries, mate. No problem at all. Sav, hello mate, welcome. Ethan, hello. David, good evening to you all. Hope you're all doing well. Ethan, I am not... Knife call signs are hereby banned from any of my streams. Last night was Carney Toad it. What have I knocked over? It's fine. I've knocked something over behind the screen, but we're going to ignore it. It will be fine. Oops, that view has decided. There we go. We'll get that reset. One thing I do like is having a Windwing E-Fist, so I can just click things. Hope we're all doing well, guys. We are officially in the middle of the week. I'm actually off work now for a few days, so I might do some more streaming. But we'll give flying a go. We'll see how it works. Elmo, hello, welcome in. Yes, we're on Twitch as well. Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Try and get things up and running. Use as much of the automation as we can. So flight in it there. Bring up the load sheet there, so I'll leave that over. And then we'll move over to this one. The error. New request. What I do need to do is I need to open BAV Merlin, because we're doing this flight for BA Virtual. Cole, hello mate, welcome in. Thank you for the gifts, mate. Much appreciated. So we will just prep our flight on Merlin so we don't forget, because that would be really quite annoying actually. Yeah. Ah, Cole, you flying into Newcastle? Nice. I controlled some Newcastle yesterday. It was an experience, shall we say. We are the Griffin 25 Foxtrot Charlie. And we cost index of 20. In flight level will be 360. Outside air temperature will be -53. Cool. We'll pull in the winds. Elzo, I've not actually looked. I'll tell you what. We also need to connect to VATSIM. Let's get ourselves connected to VATSIM. There we go. We nearly forgot that. Foxtrot Charlie on the way back. Let's get that connected. It doesn't look, sadly, like there's any ATC online at the moment. We will have some Sweden control as we start to head south, but nothing in Finland at the moment. Elsie, thank you very much for that follow, mate. Much appreciated. So let's do our init B page. So we've done init A. Got no company route because we've A-carsed it from Ivalo to Gatwick with an alternate of Stansted. We have additional alternates of Manchester and Heathrow for this flight. Flight number, we are the Griffin 25 Foxtrot Charlie with a cost index of 20, cruising at flight level 360. Ground temperature is showing +14. That doesn't feel right to me. I think I have got to that bug with Rex Atmos where sometimes the temperatures are wrong. Elzu, that would be appreciated, mate. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that temperature is wrong. So I think we're going to have a problem climbing out of here. But we're going to give it a go anyway. The zero fuel weight of 56.5 with a ZFW of 31.1. A block fuel from the OFP of 10.8 tons. Contingency of 700 kilos. Alternate is 900 kilos. And that gives us a final of 1 ton. That gives us at least a ton of extra fuel, which is 30 minutes of flying time. We'll accept that on there and we'll just leave that. We're there for a minute. Right, so IRS is aligning, we are refueling. We should probably have the seatbelt sign off while we're refueling actually, so let's do that. And let's grab some weather. So 200 degrees at 4 knots, broken 1000, overcast 2900, -5. UNH is 1004, so we'll pop that in there. Got the constraints. Go. Where's it gone? There we go. There, so we can see what's going on. And now, effectively, we just need to wait a few minutes. I'm a little bit worried about this temperature thing. Although when you get down here, it's showing a temperature of -5. So maybe the problem is the init page. And that is wrong. Can you actually put your own temperature? Yes. Oh, I've literally never used that feature. Cool, right, okay. So, not as worried now. Realise the music's still playing in the background, so we'll just close that. Just boarding. I am, as you can probably tell, not doing this in real time. Because, as you all know, I hate flying in the dark.
Passengers bus is coming.
Some more buses are coming, that's good. Anyone here with us? No, just us. Okay, that's fine. Right, let us have a look. I'm going to bring this over here so I can see. Have a look at the charts. If there's anything we need to consider. I was planning on using runway 04, but that's a slight tailwind, so we might end up using 21. Oh, sorry, 22. Gatwick are on 26 left when we get down there. Mert, hello, welcome in. So we are at Ivalo, which is in northern Finland. Probably one of the most northern airports in Finland, actually. It's one of those sort of Christmas airports, so you have Ivalo, Kitila, Rovaniemi, all up this way. But Ivalo is the northernmost one. I think we are going to have to do some de-icing. We will see how we go. We're just boarding at the moment, refueling. Mr. Goffrey, fingers crossed we fixed it. Fingers crossed. Oh, we might have area in the next half an hour. Okay, well, fingers crossed. Let's see how we go. I do have a GSX profile, so hopefully we can do some remote de-icing. Because I think we do remote de-icing here. Or do we do on-stand de-icing? De-icing might be done on stand here. Yeah, I think we're going to end up doing on-stand de-icing. I do quite enjoy doing remote de-icing. It's good fun. We are at Ivalo, yes. Initial climb is not listed on the chart, so we'll just plan for, with no ATC, we'll plan to climb to the transition altitude of 5,000 feet. And I think we will use runway 22. See how it goes. You'll notice we have, if we zoom in on the nav display, we are getting grid headings, because that's how far north we are. So we're at the point where effectively the compass doesn't work too well. So you get a grid heading that we can work with. Right. Refueling's completed, so we'll put the seatbelt sign back on. I'm hopeful, by the way, guys, you'll see that obviously we've got an overlay now for the flight that shows the departure and destination. It shows altitude and speed and all that good stuff. Again, that's something that I have used ChatGPT to build. So that's part of the app that I've been building that does all of my overlays and so on. Hopefully that will be helpful. It's a little bit too small over on TikTok. I did think it might be. There's not much room to work with on TikTok, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll I'll have a tweak of it tomorrow. We'll make it a bit bigger, a bit more readable. See how we go. We're going to depart runway 22 when you use Lusag, sorry, to Delta. There, so insert that. Performance data, we will... I hate going to this view because for some reason it's never set right, so you can never click the buttons. There we go. So a flaps 3 departure, neutral trim, flex 66. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. Just put that in there. And we'll go to Blackbox 711's website. Do you have any procedures for Ivalo? No. So we will just increase slightly. Those will go 1800, 1900. I want about 450 to 500 feet there. Engine out acceleration. So flaps 3. We'll reduce at 1500 feet. Transition altitude is 5000. Flaps 3 and neutral trim. Cool, let's leave that in there, leave that in there. So we are just, for some reason it's now decided that's my default view. That's clearly not my default view, simulator. Okay, that is now apparently the default view. Helpful. Let's just reset that. There we go. Kieran, hello mate, welcome in. Yes, we're giving flying a go. We're hoping it's going to work. We're currently... I mean, what are we currently at? We're currently at 50 FPS, which is about half of what I normally get if I'm not streaming. So I think we should be okay. Gatwick later might be a bit interesting and a bit problematic. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we've got like 3.5 hours down to Gatwick yet. So it's going to be a late one. Gonna be a late one. We are still boarding cargo. Oh, it's doing that stupid thing where the camera spins round. See what I mean? Already it's starting to struggle because already like, I can't even pan the camera without it freezing. You see, this is the problem that I have when I start streaming. It gets really difficult. So we might just have to sit in the cockpit. Perth to London. Nice. Right, what are we doing? We're still waiting for cargo to board, are we? Cargo to be loaded, I should say. In fact, we are probably about finished. Steve, hello mate, welcome in. It doesn't look too bad. We're back in Sim Update 4, sadly. So we are losing some performance there. Fingers crossed it keeps going. Sim Update 5 is so much better for me, but the update that came out overnight has broken the cockpit window textures on the Phoenix series, so like the A320 and stuff. And you end up with really big splodges over it, and it looks pretty appalling. Phoenix have basically said that's a Sim Update beta problem, it's not our problem, which makes complete sense. So we're just waiting now. Hopefully it gets fixed in the next beta release. Oh, Steve, I was seeing like twice the FPS I have in Sim Update 4. Like, it's an incredible improvement for me. I have a 4070 Super with 12 gig of VRAM. I desperately need more. Oh, we're boarded. Right. Okay. Let's think. So I want to start the APU. While we do that, let's just go to secondary flight plan. Copy active. Go. EFIV. What's heading? 212. So we're going 212. Out to about 15 miles. Put that in there. And then we will plan a hold if we need it with right turns. Get that ready just in case we need it, but we should be okay. So our engine out is to climb straight ahead for about 15 miles, and then we'll enter a hold and plan what we're going to do, which will likely be return here to Ivalo. Not much in the way of choices here. If we lose an engine on departure, effectively we're coming back. There's not much else we can do. And the weather here is sufficient for us to do that. Oh, Steve, it's one of those things that I've only just started doing. I think it was probably one of your videos I saw that made me like, oh yeah, I should probably start doing that. So we're 56.5, 31.1, happy with that. We'll have perf page on there. We will have a flight plan page on the right hand side. We will get the APU coming up. So APU available, cool, right, and then what we will actually do is, if we can remember where the ditching switch is, I've lost it. Am I going mad? Can anyone see the... It's over here, isn't it? Yep, there, right. So we will just turn that ditching push button on. We'll ensure packs and bleeds are off. Louis, thank you very much for the Twitch follow, mate. Much appreciated. And then what we will do is we will request some on-stand de-icing. So obviously the weather is fine now, but we landed in light snow. We've been on the ground for a few hours now. I arrived here at about 4 o'clock. So it's safe to say that there's some accumulation of snow and ice on the airframe. We will now get a bit of de-icing just to be safe. Assuming that actually did anything. I hate GSX. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate GSX? De-icing vehicles are on the way.
Confirm aircraft is ready for treatment.
The aircraft is ready for treatment, so we'll go fluid type 1 at a 75% concentration.
Treatment now and observe.
I'm fairly sure the steps should have gone.
At 75%. I will call you back when ready.
Can we make them go away? Oh, okay, so that's a lovely little GSX bug. Because that is now parked in the steps. Maybe it's because we've not turned the beacon light on. Have the beacon light on. Yep, so bleeds are off. Let's make that go away. Bleeds are off, packs are off. Push button, ditching switch is pressed. So we're not bringing anything into the aircraft. For those wondering, the ditching push button, so this one that's here under this guarded switch, this ditching button, it inflates little bags around the doors and seals the doors shut, so you're not getting any moisture or anything coming from outside of the airframe. So that's why we do that one. Once the de-icing's complete, we turn that off again, they deflate, and we're good to go as normal. Jack, thank you for the TikTok follow. reason the chat doesn't appear to... Oh yeah, there we go, the chat's fixed. Cool. Test, hello mate, welcome in. I think my sim's just crashed. I think the sim might have just gone. If it has, we're going and controlling. I'm not doing this again. Yeah, I think the sim's gone. We'll give it a sec. We'll see if it comes back. Not looking promising, is it? Task manager says all is well. Not sure I agree. I can't pan the camera, I can't click anything. Yeah, I'm moving things on my WinWing EFIS and nothing's happening in the aircraft. Ah, that is a little bit annoying. We are, or were, at Ivalo in northern Finland. I think this has crashed. I'm honest, I think it's completely gone. Yeah, I can't do anything. Steve, I don't know what they are, so I'm going to say no. Yeah, that's VPilot just disconnected because it thinks my flight sim has crashed. Oh, that's annoying. I do have two monitors, yes. Which is why constantly I'm looking over here. No, I'm not using FSR3. I know that's a known issue, so I don't use it. Vibes, hello mate, welcome in. So it's a i7 14700K, 14900K, 14700KF I've got. An RTX 4070 Super, 32 gig of RAM. But we're also stuck because this has crashed. I'll have a look at those, Steve. I'll make a note. Copy on there. Paste them in my thing. Sorry, remember to have a look. So, shall we bin this off? And I guess, can you ping me a link to that, Steve? Let's bin this off, and we'll go and control my favourite airport. We'll go and control some Gatwick. Yeah, everything crashed. Everything is frozen. Or should we do Manchester? Shall we do Manchester or Gatwick, guys? What shall we do? I have to update all the channel titles and everything, yeah? The most movements. So Manchester has 11 inbounds. Gatwick has 14. So it's about even. There's 13 now into Manchester. Yeah, Cole, the sim literally just completely froze and crashed. Move over to there. Let's take the sim. Go over there, out of the way. hopefully it's... Oh, the simulator has gone off the... That's helpful. Bring that back. TikTok. There. Camera up. Oh, this is why I hate streaming flights, because it crashes so easily for me every time. Like, every time I try to do it, it crashes. There. I did Newcastle yesterday, Cole. You're a day late, I'm afraid. Should have been on yesterday. Why have I not got your... Okay. Okay, bear with me a minute. Cool, there we go. So, Euroscope. Plug that in. Sorry, we're just going to move everything around again. Try and fix it all and get it working. Some guy got told to disconnect. Nice. I mean, that's impressive. So, let's go back to what we know, what we're not very good at. Yeah, that didn't go very well. Like, at all. We will try and get it working. One day we'll get it working. I do want to fly. I enjoy flying. And I enjoy flying on stream. Just, it never works. So, we're going to have to, I'm afraid, do some ATC. A bit in the center. Yeah. ATC is stacked. It is quite busy for ATC in the UK at the moment. Typically, none of them are coming into Manchester. Because why would they be? We're going to do Manchester radar. The one we're good at, the one we know. Information code Delta. Go. Let's get track audio open. It's annoyed me a little bit, that, guys. I was hoping that we could do a nice flight this evening. Make sure. Loaded. Everything. See. There we go. Oh, I'm sure it'll get busier. Absolutely. Right, let's pick up the first aircraft. Scandinavian 541. The ground is on. Online. My wife actually plays a lot of Arc Raiders. I really struggle with FPS games. I'm just a bit too slow. I'm terrible at it. I tried to play Battlefield and I just can't do it. I don't have any Manchester scenery. We're going to carry on with no Manchester scenery. I'm not restarting the sim again. I don't think it will work.
Manchester, good evening, Scandinavian 541, MD80 with information Echo heading 230, descending.
Scandinavian 541, Manchester radar, hello. Maintain flight level 70 and squawk 7350.
7350 on the squawk and maintain flight level 70, Scandinavian 541.
Morgan, welcome back, mate. Yeah, the sim crashed. So we kind of gave up with that. So we will instead go back to what we normally do. We'll do some controlling. Try and move everything out of the way. Why is everything just randomly opening? Like, how do I get rid of that? Why is it not going away? Oh god, there's 2 control towers. Right, we're going to set the view to sort of look like this. I forgot how bad the default scenery is. Scandinavian 541, maintain your present heading, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH is 1020, vectors for the ILS 23 right.
Present heading, 5,000 feet, QNH 1020, Scandinavian 541.
So if you don't mind living with the default Manchester scenery, we will make do with what we have. This is a problem with using MSFS add-ons linker, is that you don't have all of your airports turned on all at the same time. Works. We see everything. I probably should change the stream title now. Aviation Geek, welcome in. Flight Sim 2024 is good. Cool, let's do that. Let's move this departure list out of the way. See what's going on. There we go. We are at Manchester, Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. In theory, you can do exclamation mark where. And that will get you some information about where we're controlling. Exclamation mark Discord as well. That works. Right. I think I've now got everything back up and running that I need to have to be able to actually control. There's a load of things I normally have set up in advance that I didn't have, obviously, because I was planning to fly, but we're now on top of things. We'll get rid of the joystick. Not going to need that. And let's go from there. Scandinavian 541, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
This is altitude 3,500 feet, Scandinavian 541.
Anything outbound? Nope, good. Right. We've got that sim radar, let's see how we're doing. We're already up to 14 inbounds. That's already improving for us. Scandinavian 541, turn right heading 190 degrees, cleared ILS 23 right.
Right heading 190, cleared ILS 23 right, Scandinavian 541.
Wingear, hello, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. I'm glad you like it. Any questions you have, feel free to ask. More than happy to answer questions. Never know, we might even get a tower controller. Fair enough, Wing. Yeah, we get lots of different people. That's one of the best things about VATSIM, in my opinion, is it's such a wide variety of people. And obviously the thing with VATSIM is anyone's welcome to join, as long as you have a willingness to learn and a willingness to act responsibly and realistically. Always welcome on VATSIM. You're cleared ILS, so we'll update you. That really picked up the ILS. Turned a little bit early, but okay. Oh, Steve, any questions, mate? Do feel free to ask. I always mean to do like videos and stuff on things about controlling, but the difficulty is to get the actual situation that you need to be able to talk about. It can be quite complicated, so I do try and like record all my sessions and then I can talk over them. And I'm going to start posting a few more like that. Wing, thank you for the follow. I was controlling Newcastle yesterday, so it probably wasn't me that you heard. Scandinavian 541, the wind light and variable, runway 23 right, you're clear to land.
23 right, clear to land, Scandinavian 541.
Yeah, we do Manchester fairly often, generally at least once a week. Streams we do on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Good evening, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf. Reviewed, sending through flight level 240. Information echo was 737800.
Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, Manchester radar. Hello, information is Delta, descend flight level 140. Oops.
Descend flight level 140, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf.
So how are we solving the puzzle? So, effectively, let's zoom back in. We obviously have our holding fixes. So we have Mersey to the west, Rosen to the north, Dane to the south. Hopefully you can see my mouse as I spin it around. Can you see my mouse? Because if you can't, oh, you can't. That makes life more complicated. So we have Mersey over here to the west. We have Rosen to the north, Dane to the south. My job, obviously, as a controller, is to get aircraft safely from those 3 points and align them onto this yellow line, which is the ILS. So we have effectively pre-planned headings in our heads that we can use. So if it's quiet, for example, Dane 030, 020-ish gets them sort of following this line along here. And then you can sort of just turn them in and turn them left and onto the ILS. Mersey and easterly heading 085, 090, something like that. So 120 off Rosen. So while there's not much going on, you can just give the same headings every time. And as long as the wind isn't too bad, they will work. As things go on, you start to have to prioritise as it gets busier. You've got a lot less space here to the south. You've got a lot less space to the south at Dane. So you'd sort of prioritise those arrivals, knowing you have a lot less airspace to deal with. So you end up holding things to the north. Excuse me. Again, streaming, tired. Tyler, flying went terribly. Flight sim crashed, so we gave up. So we're back to controlling. We'll try and get the sim working again. It's not necessarily a case, Steve, that we're getting them to follow the lines. It just happens to be that the lines here at Manchester kind of correlate with where you want the aircraft to be. It's not always the case. And certainly not at other airports. It just happens to kind of be that way at Manchester. But of course, there's nothing to stop you if you've got an aircraft that's come off Mersey.
So, good evening, Ryanair 1264 with Echo descending through flight level 240. Information is Echo.
Ryanair 1264, Manchester radar, hello. When you're ready, descend flight level 150 and speed 250 knots.
And flight level 150, speed 250, Ryanair 1264.
Jake, sounds good, mate. Fearful, hello. I'm not a real-world controller, and I'll be honest, I don't plan on becoming one. I'm quite happy where I am with what I'm doing. So yeah, in terms of arrivals, obviously, we've got a few now coming up from the south towards Dane. We've got one that will come in from the west. Let's untag that Scandi. Scandinavian 541, right on Alpha, contact ground 121.855.
Right, Alpha 121.855, Scandinavian 541, so long.
In terms of altitudes, we know that we're going to get them effectively 1,000 feet above minimum stack level, which is based on the QNH. Minimum stack at the moment is flight level 60 here in the Manchester TMA. So we know that they're going to approach kind of at about flight level 70-ish. And then we can descend them. We know where airspace is, so we generally drop them to 5,000 feet to start with. Then down to 3,500 feet to establish them. We don't want to go lower than that because of the Pennines, so the hills here to the east. We don't want to drop them below 3.5 because they will become one with the hill, and that's generally not good. That's our plan, sort of, to give those headings. Speed-wise, again, you kind of give the same things. It's kind of 220 knots downwind, 180 knots base. When they turn final, 160 knots to 40 ME. If you give that to everyone and sort of vary when you give it, you can achieve some quite nice separation. Jetra, thank you for the heart me. Yes, so it was all going well right up until the point it wasn't, and then the sim just completely stopped working. We'll do a good couple of hours, I think, of Manchester at least. Right now, 58 Golf Golf, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, right now, 58 Golf Golf.
Zoom back in. I am on Manchester Academy, yes, mate. Why has... do that. Ryan, welcome in, mate. Thank you for the heart, mate. Sounds good, Jake. No worries. Let's pick up this arrival from the west, the Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray. Jack Heller, mate. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, Ollie, it's really annoying. Right, no worries, mate. Good luck with your revision. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I don't know why. Whenever I try and stream, my flight sim just does not like it. Like, I did the flight up to Ivalo earlier. Absolutely fine. I come to fly back, just doesn't work. Really annoying. So what have we got going on here? That shuttle is weirdly low for some reason. Him being that low means he's going really slowly, which means these two Rhinairs can go in front. Wing in, no worries, mate. Sounds good. Jam, welcome in. Yeah. Oh, you are S1 and you just do Manchester Ground. Nice. You've probably controlled me at some point then. But yeah, so it's quite nice to be able to show off what we can do here as a radar controller. And sort of my thought process as well. Obviously, it differs for everyone. And there are tricks that you can use to improve the flow rate and how you control. But effectively, it comes down to your judgment as a controller as to where you can position things, where you should turn them in, stuff like that. And it literally just comes with practice. There's no, like, once the aircraft reaches this specific point, turn them left. That kind of thing. It doesn't work that way. This Aer Lingus is not calling me. My call sign changes, so it depends on what flight I'm doing. Whether it's for a virtual airline or a real-world flight, that kind of thing. So I don't have one specific call sign that I use.
Master, hello, Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray with you.
Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, Manchester radar, hello. Squawk 0243 and descend flight level 80.
Squawk 0243 and descent level 80, Shamrock 2.
I've lost a Rhino. Rhino 1264, descend flight level 80.
Flight level 80, Rhino 1264.
Oh. Go to Mersey, yep, that's fine. Real Magic, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, after Mersey, fly heading 085.
After Mersey 085, Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray.
Ah, Magic, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. We're going to have to pick up this shuttle because I've no idea why it is so low all the way out there. Like, ridiculously low.
Channel shuttle to Romeo at 570.
Shuttle to Romeo, Manchester radar, hello. Maintain flight level 70. Information is Delta.
Maintain 70 and information Delta for shuttle to Romeo.
That doesn't bode well, Adam. Right, so what are we going to do here? Let's think. So the Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray is about 28, 30, about 40 miles from touchdown. About 15. Right, these are about the same distance. So what we're going to do is we're going to slow the Ryanair down and drop them in number 2. Ryanair 1264, speed 220 knots.
220, Rhino 1264.
Shuttle to Romeo, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots for a shuttle to Romeo.
There we go. Don't know where that other Ryanair went. Maybe he had a sim crash, which is a bit of a shame. So what we could do is normally in this situation we'd give that Ryanair a shortcut. We'd give them sort of a right turn there onto 350. But if I were to do that now, them and the Aer Lingus would arrive at the same point at the same time. And obviously we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to keep the Ryanair going towards Dane and then turn them right. And then that will give me a nice bit of separation. Dougal, hello mate, welcome in. Bob, hello mate, welcome. The plan was to fly. That did not go well. The sim crashed. I can't be bothered. We're back to controlling. Yeah. So we're not going to point things at each other this time. Right now 1264, leave Dane, heading 030 degrees, vectors for the ILS 23 right.
Dane 030, vector 23 right, Ryanair 1264.
Bob with the resub, thank you so much, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you for the tier 1 resub. The shuttle to Romeo is indeed enthusiastic. That is a good description. Aviation Geek, yeah, I've just passed the clearance onto ground there for you. Nimaga, thank you for the follow. So you're 085, but with the wind you're going 080, so... Shark 21 Kilo X-ray, turn right heading 095 and descend flight level 60. Well, yes, we are in Manchester.
60 heading 095 degrees, camera good.
Don't think that guy knows his call sign. He sort of goes Shamrock. Yeah, we're going to go Aer Lingus here, then Ryanair, then Shuttle. Shuttle to Romeo, leave Dane, heading 030 degrees. Vectors for the ILS, 23 right.
We've been on vectors for IOS, heading 030 degrees for Hot Shuttle to Romeo.
Right now, 1264, 32 miles, 23 right. Descend to altitude 5,000 feet, the QNH 1020.
For the 5000 QNH 1020, Ryanair 1264.
Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, 24 miles, 23 right. Descend to altitude 3,500 feet, the QNH 1020.
100, descend 3,000 feet, Shamrock 2.
I changed my mind on what I gave that Aer Lingus as I was saying it, which is why that may have sounded a bit weird. Gamer Boy, thank you for the follow. Bob, yeah, absolutely, mate. I'll give you a vector in. Make a low approach and then continue to Liverpool if you wish. Shuttle 2 Romeo, just to confirm the instruction was after Dane. You can turn left now, heading 320 degrees.
So I put that west 320.
Dylan, thank you for the follow. See, now we're at the point where actually that Ryanair is closer. So it didn't quite work as I'd intended. Ryanair 1264, speed 180 knots, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
80 knots and 4000, Ryanair 1264.
So do we swap these around? I think we could. Shuttle 2 Romeo, turn left, heading 280 degrees.
Turn left, heading 280 degrees for Shuttle 2 Romeo.
Shuttle is causing me a few issues there. Right, change of plans. We're going to put the Ryanair in front of the Aer Lingus. Ryanair 1264, turn left, heading 325, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
Hello 325, down 3500, Ryanair 1264.
Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, speed 180 knots.
180 knots, Shamrock 2.
That shuttle's still not turning, so not much I can do here. Oh good, they're flashing red because there might be a conflict. Dylan, yes, we're on Manchester approach. Or Manchester radar as the call sign is. JM Aviation and Boca, thank you both very much for those TikTok follows. Easer as well, thank you so much. Right now 1264, turn left heading 270 degrees, descend altitude 2,500 feet, you cleared ILS 23 right.
F270 down, that's 2,500, cleared ILS 23 right, Ryanair 1264.
Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, turn right heading 140 degrees. Oh, we've got a tower on.
140 degrees, Shamrock 2.
You go with the follow, thank you so much. Jake, no worries mate, I'll be on for a while yet. Shuttle 2 Romeo, you're still not turning. I need you to turn left, please. Left now, heading 240 degrees.
Sorry, but that was 240 degrees.
Joe, which rectangle, mate?
And for Shuttle 2 Romeo, do you want to descend?
No, I just need you to turn, please. I can't descend you because you're outside my airspace, so I need you to turn, please.
Roger.
The one around the... It's the final approach vectoring area. It's the area in which I can descend aircraft with no restrictions. Dougal, is there a time when it's okay to contact the controller privately to ask if an in-air emergency is acceptable? That's always an option, and something I would probably suggest you do if it's not too busy. Right now, 1264, speed 165 until 4 DME.
165 till 4, right now, 1264.
Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, right 200 degrees, cleared ILS, 23 right.
Right, 200 degrees, clear as approach 3 right, Shamrock 21.
Yeah, so if you can hear a frequency is really busy, don't request an emergency because you'll probably be in
Good evening, Golf, Alpha Charlie Romeo holding Papa 1.
Standby break right now, 1264, contact tower 118.630.
18630, right now, 1264.
Golf Charlie Romeo, hold at Papa 1, tower 118.630.
Was that tower for 118,630 or for Golf Charlie Romeo?
Correct, they've just come online.
Roger, tower on 1 second. Tower on 118.630, Golf Charlie Romeo. Bye bye.
This shuttle is not turning. Right. What do I do? What can I do in this situation? Like, I actually don't have anything here I can offer. Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 knots until 4 DME, Shamrock 21.
Shuttle 2 Romeo, turn left, heading 260 degrees.
260 degrees for shuttle 4 Romeo. 2 Romeo.
Shamrock 21 Kilo X-ray, tower 118.630. There we go.
18630, thank you.
So what do I have here? What can I play with? As soon as they are turning westbound, if we can keep them outside of the delegated airspace with leads, we might be able to do. Shuttle 2 Romeo, turn left, heading 245.
245 for shuttle 2 Romeo.
Match radar, right now, 58 Golf, Golf, I do apologize, we have some problems with the center free flight 140 for 80.
Right now, 58 Golf, Manchester Radar, not a problem, you can descend flight level 70 and fly heading now of 335.
Descend flight level 70 and flight heading 335, right now, 58 Golf, Golf.
Shuttle 2 Romeo, 28 miles to touchdown, 23 right. Descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Descend flight level 5000, connection 1020 for shuttle 2 Romeo. Thank you.
Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha Alpha, Papa 1.
9 Victor Alpha Alpha, hold at Papa 1, tower please, 118.630.
118.630 and hold Papa 1, thanks. Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha.
So, how far are you? About 26 miles there. About 26 miles there. Cool, Carlos, thank you for the follow. Shuttle 2 Romeo, turn left, heading 200 degrees. When established, localize the runway 23 right, descend with the glide path.
Descend, heading 200 and then descend with the glide path for shuttle 2 Romeo.
Who's this? Just on the very boundary of controlled airspace. Does that look
Manchester
like
radar,
they're
Golf Romeo
inside
Victor Romeo November, request join.
controlled airspace to me? Golf Romeo Victor Romeo November, Manchester radar, hello. Squawk 7350, the QNH 1019er.
Squawk 7390 QNH 1019 Golf Romeo Victor November X Romeo Victor Romeo November.
Shuttle 2 Romeo, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots.
Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, speed 220 knots.
Reduce speed 220 knots, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf.
Golf Romeo November, just check the score please, 7350.
Say again, sorry, Golf Romeo Victor Romeo November.
Golf Romeo November, the squawk 7350.
7350 Golf Romeo November.
Golf Romeo November, thanks. It's a basic service for now. Remain outside of controlled airspace. I'll call you back.
Basic service, Wilco Golf Romeo November.
Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1020, 31 miles to touchdown.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf.
Right, let's... So what we're trying to do here is I'm just trying to coordinate the inbound for this VFR, but what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get this Ryanair behind the shuttle. So what we're going to do now is just turn the Ryanair right, and then we'll swing the
radar,
bin behind.
Golf Charlie Romeo with you passing 2,700 feet.
Golf Sierra for Charlie Romeo, Manchester radar, roger. Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, turn right heading 010 degrees.
Turn right heading 010 degrees, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf.
Golf Romeo Victor Romeo November, you're clear to enter the Manchester control zone, routing Macclesfield South, Alderley Edge Hill, and then Hill Top, not above altitude 2,000 feet VFR.
Clear to enter the control zone via Macclesfield South, Alderley Edge Hill, Hilltop, not above altitude 2,000 feet VFR, Golf Romeo Victor Romeo November.
Golf Romeo November, correct. Golf Charlie Romeo, climb now, flight level 190.
Climb now 190, Golf Charlie Romeo.
So this Ryanair is still quite high, which actually helps us because we can extend them out a bit before we turn them in. So we're not going to get them too tight to that shuttle, which is now descending on the glide path, maintaining 180 knots. We'll slow them down very shortly. We don't need to slow them down just yet. What's that from there? It's about 18 miles, not quite enough yet. Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, speed 180 knots, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Reduce speed 180, descend altitude 4,000 feet, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf.
Shuttle 2 Romeo, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 until 4 DME, thank you.
Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, turn left heading 270 degrees, when establish localizer 23 right, descend glide path.
Turn left heading 270 degrees, we'll establish descend with the glide, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf. Shuttle 8 X-ray 140.
Shuttle 8 X-ray Manchester radar, good evening, information is Delta, descend flight level 70.
Information Delta, flight level 70, Shuttle 8 X-ray.
Golf Romeo November, you've entered controlled airspace radar control. I don't even know what that call sign was.
Radar service, Golf Romeo November.
Shuttle 8 X-ray, flying heading 350 degrees, vectors for the ILS, 23 right.
350, vectors 23 right, Shuttle X-ray.
Shuttle 2 Romeo, tower 118.630.
Tower on 118630, bye-bye.
Do go Norris, Kaitak's fun. I need to do a flight to Kaitak. It's literally been years since I last flew into there. How far apart are they? 7.7 miles. That's not worked out too badly, actually. Obviously, I could have got them much closer, but that has worked out fairly well. Golf Romeo November, report visual with the field.
Wilco, Golf Romeo November.
Apologies, guys, this was not the stream I had planned, but hopefully you don't mind a bit of Manchester radar on a Wednesday evening. Hopefully it'll pick up without 21 inbounds, which is already better than it was. Shuttle 8 X-ray 33 miles for 23 right, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
5,000 feet, 1019, Shuttle X-ray.
Golf Romeo November, airfield is fine.
Golf Romeo November, thanks. Your clearance limit is Hilltop. Contact tower 118.630.
Clearance limited to Hilltop, tower 18.630, Golf Romeo November.
There we go. I do love VFR. I wish there was more VFR on.
Keating EC29 Bravo and we'll see 4,000 for 5.
That's me control button. There we go. EZ29 Bravo Romeo, Manchester radar, good evening. Climb now, flight level 190.
Climb now 190, thanks. EC29 Bravo Romeo.
Golf Charlie Romeo, nothing further, your frequency change approved.
Okay, dark side 122.8, bye-bye.
Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, speed 165 knots until 4 DME.
165 till 4 DME, Ryanair 5 Golf Golf.
Yep. Next. KLM coming in from the east. We get a bit of a gap. See how it goes. Oh, that is not an alert. It's fine. They're VFR. Joel, hello mate, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Shuttle 8 X-ray, turn left heading 320 degrees, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
That's 320, descend 3,500, Shuttle 8 X-ray.
Tower is launching these sandbars.
Manchester radar, a very good evening to you. Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha Alpha, passing 5,000, climbing 6,000.
Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha Alpha Manchester radar, hello. Just for your future reference, the initial climb at Manchester is 5,000 feet. You can climb now, flight level 190.
Climb now 190 and initial climb for Manchester 5,000, thanks. Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha Alpha.
EZ29 Bravo Romeos, nothing further from me, frequency change approved. Just be advised there is an aircraft about 10 miles ahead of you. Similar routing, slow in the climb.
Thanks, frequency approved. Dan will be cautious, thanks. EZ29 Bravo Romeo. Have a nice flight, right? Have a nice day.
Thanks, see ya.
Ryanair 58 Golf Golf.
No 58 Golf Golf, apologies, tower 118.630.
118.630, Ryanair 58 Golf Golf, bye-bye.
Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha Alpha, route direct to Sanba. Oops.
Route direct to Samba, thanks. Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha Alpha.
Shuttle 8 X-ray, left 270 degrees, cleared ILS, 23 right.
FQ70, cleared ILS, 2 to right, Chalet X-ray.
I forgot about that, Ryder. That was my bad. Coach Christiansen, thank you very much for the TikTok follow. Joel, my plan tonight was to fly. I was going to do some actual flying for a change. But no, the simulator doesn't like that. So here we are again, controlling. It's past, we are at Manchester, Echo Golf, Charlie Charlie. I do like that EasyJet Holidays livery. Trying to fly. Late X-ray left 200 degrees, descent 2,500 feet, further with the ILS when established. Oh, I forgot I had the tower view working. Yeah, let's also not talk about the tower view, where we are just using default scenery, because I may have forgotten to activate my Manchester scenery. So let's try not to talk too much about that. Let's bring the radar view back into the middle. Just late X-ray, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 to 4, 2 X-ray, Chalet X-ray.
The carrier, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for that follow, much appreciated.
Manchester, good evening, North 1329, airborne passing 3,500.
Nordic 1329, Manchester radar, hello. You can climb now, flight level 150.
Climb now, flight level 150, Nordic 1329.
Just late X-ray, tower 118.630.
Tower 118.630, Chalet X-ray, 5 minutes of rest night.
You too, see ya. Speedbird 9, Victor Alpha Alpha, nothing further, your frequency change approved. Good night.
Frequency change approved, Speedbird 9 Victor Alpha, have a good night, you too.
Marco, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Wing, no, so I don't need to do clearances. We have ground and tower on below. So I literally just deal with aircraft arriving, get them onto the ILS and pass them off to tower. Yeah, so we're just doing approach. Postad, hello mate, welcome in. I saw you flying earlier under an Air Wales call sign. Hope things are going well. It's like I saw the AWWIKO and I was like, I've seen that somewhere before. And then it hit me, and I remembered. Vortex, hello, welcome in. So, this is a network called VATSIM. Every one of these little white dots that you see, all the planes that you see on the like camera view, they're all real people. They're all connected in Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, various other flight simulators. To the VATSIM network, I am connected as an air traffic controller, and my job is to effectively give them instructions to get them safely from where they are onto the final approach, and then we hand them off to another person who's pretending to be the tower controller that gives them a landing clearance. P3D, no Roblox. Could you imagine VATSIM if you could connect Roblox flight sims to it? Could you imagine the absolute carnage that would cause? Like, I don't even want to think about it. Nordic 1329, nothing further, your frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Nordic 1329, good night.
So, because there's no area control on above, we're also doing departures.
217 with you passing 3,300.
Flight T2217, Manchester radar, good evening. Climb now, flight level 190.
190, flight 2217.
But it would be utterly mental if you had Roblox players on that sim. It's bad enough as it is. I think I did Manchester probably on... Where did I control on Sunday? Did we do Manchester on Sunday? Did I control on Sunday? Don't think I did. Maybe I did it on Monday. Oh god, let's look at this AI vectoring. Is it better or worse than mine? I mean... It kind of vectored you outside of the Manchester RMA somewhat. And basically to Leeds and back. But other than that, yeah, fine, sure, okay. I would love for GSX to be doing dual air bridges. It must be a sim limitation, the fact that they've still not done it. Because it's been so long that they've been talking about it. Like, it's been absolutely ages. Morgan said the keyword. It's fine. I stupidly mentioned the keyword about 5 seconds after logging on. So, any such problems will all be my fault this evening. GSX is one of those pieces of software. Oh my god, what was that? GSX is one of those pieces of software that either works perfectly for you or doesn't work at all. And there's no middle ground. For me, it's absolutely perfect. Yeah, for me, it works absolutely fine. Occasionally it'll crash and stuff like that, but 99% of the time, it's absolutely fine. Just coordinating a VFR. Other than the daily updates, yeah, that is a little bit annoying. But the trick with GSX is just to update it once a month. Blighty 2217, nothing further. Your frequency change approved. Good evening.
122.8 for Blighty 2217. Have a great stream.
Less of the meowing on frequency. I know who that is because I can see who it is. Less of the meowing on frequency. I need some traffic. Traffic is coming, it's just not here yet. I can't stop yawning. Why is it every time I stream, like, all I do is yawn? There must be some scientific reason for this. Either that or I'm just a bit weird. Oreo whale, absolutely not. No, I'm not saying you're boring at all. Why is everyone meowing on frequency? I can see who this is, by the way. You realise that I can see who transmits.
Radar Golf, Romeo Victor November, routing Bellwall Viaduct 1,200 feet VFR.
I 2 once there. I got the Golf Romeo Victor Romeo November, Manchester Radar, Roger. Epic, I'm saying nothing. And the other station calling, just confirm you're in the visual circuit.
AFM.
I should still be with Tower, please. 118.630.
Was that 18630 November Teacher Brother?
Yeah, we deal with departures. Like, okay, fine. I've been sat here, where I am now, since about 9 o'clock this morning. I did my day of work, I did my flight, whatever. I have been absolutely fine. I went and had some food. I've come back. And now I just can't stop yawning. I'm probably having to think more now than I have been during the day. Very strange. Is it a concentration thing? Los Angeles to Sydney, nice. Nice. Nathan, I work in IT. So I don't work in aviation at all. I work in the IT.
2 and Alpha passing 2,300 for 5,000 easy.
ET2 and Alpha, Manchester, good evening. Climb now, flight level 190.
190, ET2 and Alpha.
Golf Romeo November, leaving controlled airspace. What type of service?
Basic service, Golf, Romeo Victor, Romeo November.
Golf Romeo November, Roger. Basic service, QNH 1019.
Basic service, QNH 1019, Golf, Romeo November.
How do you know when to let planes land if ones are taking off on another frequency? That will, in theory, never happen. So any movements that are happening on a runway should happen on the same frequency. Takeoffs, landings, aircraft crossing, etc. will all happen on the same frequency. So for Manchester, for example, 23 right, you will always be on 118.630. 23 left, 119.405. If something is happening on those runways, you will be on that frequency. I currently work in the live events industry for a few more weeks at least before I start my new job. But yeah, currently I work in IT in the live events industry. Scottish Controller, hello mate, welcome in. Correct, Wing. So once they're established on the ILS, so once they're on this yellow line, I will pass them off to Tower, and then it's Tower's responsibility to issue that landing clearance. But yeah, if Tower's not on, but I'm online, I will do the responsibility of Tower. If Tower and Approach aren't on, but an area sector is, they will do it. We work on that top-down principle of there will always be someone covering it. So if there's a higher position online, they will cover everything below them. Jake, that's fine, mate. So if you're going to Elvos, it's Elvos 1 Mike arrival. Or you tried to do either flight from JFK to... I don't know where RCTP is. Taipei, presumably. I woke up 6 to find the aircraft crashed in Western Alaska. Nice. Nice. Easy 2 on Alpha, nothing further. Your frequency change approved. Goodbye. Oops.
Unicom, Easy 2 on Alpha, bye-bye.
Golf Romeo November, see you entering the Liverpool control zone there. My service terminates. Squawk conspicuity, your frequency change approved.
Squawk conspicuity 112.8. Thanks for your help, Golf Romeo November.
You're loving the 777 at the moment, aren't you, Wario? Munich to Cairo. Dougal, no worries, mate. Enjoy your flight to Kaitak. Hope you have a good evening.
KLM 47 Kilo, passing goalless, flight level 170.
KLM 47 Kilo, Manchester Radar, hello. Descend flight level 80, information is Delta.
Descend flight level 80, information Delta, KLM 47 Kilo.
Ineza, I've just noticed your raid and your follow. Apologies. Thank you for the raid, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a wonderful evening and welcome in. Sorry, that's only just popped up for me, so my apologies for taking a while to get back to you on that one. My favourite aircraft to control, I'm saying nothing. I am saying nothing. Kai, hello, welcome in. Yes, my favourite aircraft is whichever one is on my frequency that has the most competent pilot. We'll go with that. That sounds about right. Jake, no worries, that's fine. Just maintain flight level 90. No need to descend any further. I need this KLM to descend, then I can actually turn him in. Otherwise he's going on an adventure.
Hello, Mr. Gary. Echo is at Elvas now, and we'll be on the Elvas 1 micro level into Manchester.
Easy 81 Echo, Manchester Radar. Roger, maintain flight level 90.
Maintain flight level 90, 81 Echo.
Don't type Elvos in because it breaks the route, Chris. Okay, let's leave that alone. Oh, I've drawn a line. That is correct. Last time I controlled at Manchester, we actually had to do some holding, which was a bit interesting. I can't actually remember why we had to hold. Why were we holding? I think it was just a few aircraft all appeared at once. But yeah, Morgan was able to enter a hold and did so perfectly. Do I ever control Liverpool? So, Liverpool is probably the only airport in the North group. So, for example, Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, Newcastle, Teesside, and Humberside. Liverpool is probably the one I've controlled the least. I really quite like everywhere. Liverpool I'm not a huge fan of, though. I don't know why, I don't get on with it as an airport. I just really struggle with it. It's actually really not easy.
Manchester Radar, good evening. Easy 1 X-ray Quebec, passing 2,400 feet, Onyx 1 Yankee departure.
Easy 19 X-ray Quebec, Manchester Radar, hello. You can climb now, flight level 130. On passing 4,000 feet, turn right, heading 070 degrees.
Continue climb to flight level 130 and passing 4,000 feet, heading 070, easy 19 X-ray Quebec.
KLM 47 Kilo, route direct to Rosen, descend flight level 70.
Direct to Rosun and repeat the last message.
KLM 47 Kilo, it's descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, KLM 47 Kilo.
So the thing with Liverpool is effectively a chunk of it and a chunk of the sort of vectoring area lives below Manchester. So aircraft have to get down really early. And you've got very little in the way of vertical space to work with. So it just makes things a little bit more complicated. Effectively, all you have to do is just hold things more often if necessary. But yeah, it can just be a little bit of a pain sometimes.
Master Regular 310 Tango, will be passing 4,076.
Tomjet 37 Tango, Manchester Radar, hello. You can climb now, flight level 190.
190, Tomjet 37 Tango.
Valentino, thank you for the follow. So yeah, the problem isn't so much the charted bit, because effectively you get to the end of the start. It's the bit from the start getting you on the ILS. You don't have much to work with. Mr. Ben, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Moddy with the Twitch follow, thank you so much. Thank you, Ben, hope you're doing well. Don't worry, I said the Q word earlier, it's all fine. Annoyingly, I seem to have broken Twitch. Let me just bear with me, guys. Sorry, I'm just going to reboot something. Ben with a resub, thank you so much, mate. Much appreciated. Let's just make everything start working again, and hopefully this will fix itself. You're going that way, you're going that way. I don't know where you're going. There we go. Yeah, the stream alerts have all broken. I do apologise. Everything was working, and now it isn't. It always happens. Easy 19 X-ray Quebec. Resume on navigation direct to Mammal.
Direct to Mammal, Easy 19 X-ray Quebec.
KLM 47 Kilo, flying heading 240 degrees.
Fly heading 240, KLM 47.
Apologies, there we go. Hopefully everything is now back working again. For some reason the alerts don't want to play ball. I have just tried to make them work again. Oh, that's interesting. I've really broken everything, so apologies. Let me,
Master, hello, Scandinavian 542, 2600 climbing.
Scandinavian 542, Manchester Radar, hello, you can climb now, flight level 150.
Climb now, level 150, Scandinavian 542.
Easy 81 Echo, descend flight level 70.
7 flight level 70, Easy 81 Echo.
Easy 19 X-ray Quebec, nothing further, your frequency change approved.
Over to Unicorn 122, that's right, Easy 19 X-ray Quebec, thanks, good night.
KLM 47 Kilo, turn left heading 130 degrees and descend to altitude 5,000 feet, the QNH 1019er.
Heading 130 and repeat the over message. Apologise.
KLM 47 Kilo, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
5,000 feet, QNH 1019er, KLM 47 Kilo.
I don't know why the alerts have stopped working. I will fix this eventually. Like when I start, I've got a few days off, so I'll get back into the software development side of things and try and fix it. Easy 81 Echo, flying heading 355 at speed 220 knots.
Flying 355, speed 220 knots, Easy 81 Echo.
Marlo Mike, thank you for the TikTok follow, and Etoile Lion, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, thank you for the Twitch. Tomjet 37 Tango, nothing further, frequency change approved.
Frequency Legendary Vex ATC, Tango 37, takeoff.
Wing, sorry, what is it that you struggle with, mate? Kelvin 47 kilo, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
Descend 3,500 feet, Kelvin 47 kilo.
So, Wing, with fuel endurance, if you use SimBrief, it will tell you on there. But if you're just doing VFR, you can generally just work it out and just give yourself more than your flight allowance, effectively. Skydiving 542, nothing further. Your frequency change approved. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Skydiving 542.
This shuttle called me up. Not. Up the shuttle to Tango. There will be no holds. We're 23 right for departures now. Single runway operations. KLM 47 kilo. Turn right heading 190 degrees. Cleared ILS 23 right.
Right 190 and cleared ILS, KLM 47 kilo.
Easy 81 Echo, 25 miles for 23 right. Descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
Descend 5,000 feet, 25 miles, 23 right. QNH 1019, easy 81 Echo.
Manchester, good evening. Shuttle 2 Tango, flight level 110 on the Alpha 1 mic.
Shuttle 2 Tango, Manchester radar, hello, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Shuttle 2 Tango.
Yeah. A 30-mile final for 27. Yeah, sure, why not? It's been done before. I've seen it in reality. Shuttle 2 Tango, fly heading 360 degrees at speed 220 knots.
Okay, fly heading 360 degrees, speed 220 knots for Shuttle 2 Tango.
KLM 47 kilo, established on the ILS, runway 23 right.
KLM 47 kilo, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
Speed 160 till 4 DME, KLM 47 kilo.
Mr. Radar, good evening, Shamrock 2 Kilo Yankee, aircraft 1 Romeo, just passing 3,600.
Shamrock 2 Kilo Yankee, Manchester radar, roger. Break, easy 81 Echo, speed 180 knots, descend to 3,500 feet.
Speed 180 knots, 3,500 feet, easy 81 Echo.
KLM 47 kilo, tower 118.630.
Tower 118.630, KLM 47 kilo, cover.
Easy 81 Echo, left 270 degrees, cleared ILS 23 right.
Left 270, cleared ILS 23 right, easy 81 Echo.
Shuttle 2 Tango, 30 miles, 23 right, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1019, Shuttle 2 Tango.
Shamrock 2 Kilo Yankee, climb now flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Shamrock 2 Kilo Yankee.
There we go, just catching up with things. Dino, thank you for the TikTok follow. So interestingly, resub messages worked earlier on, but now they appear to have stopped working, which is odd. We'll have to do some work to try and fix that. I do apologise, I'm not entirely sure why they've decided they don't want to work anymore. You're handed off to tower. Fine, you're at 180 knots. Yeah, that was nice, that Jake. That's absolutely spot on where we wanted it to be. That's all good. Next arrival, speedbird 595. Nomad, yeah, we're back at Manchester. We tried doing a flight earlier, didn't work. So we're just back to Manchester for a little bit.
Manchester Radar, very good evening to you. Speedbird 595, you descending through flight level 150.
Speedbird 595, Manchester Radar. Hello, information is Golf, descend flight level 70.
Information Golf and descend 70, thanks. Speedbird 595.
Easy 81 Echo, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
Speed 160 knots till 4 DME, easy 81 Echo.
Shuttle 2 Tango, speed 180 knots, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
Speed 180 down to 3,500 feet for Shuttle 2 Tango.
Joel, so this is actually something that's come up on the VATSIM UK Discord. Effectively, if the controller wants to use 2-3 and the wind is marginal, you kind of have to allow it. But equally, if they're just ground, there's not much they can do. Shuttle 2 Tango, left 270 degrees. When established, 2-3 right, descend glide path.
Left 270 degrees when established, similar glide for Shuttle 2 Tango.
But equally, if the VATSIM ATIS was 0.5s and you established and then it changed, I don't think there's much they can do to complain about that. Easy 81 Echo, Tower 118.630.
Tower 118.630, bye, thanks, service.
Speedbird 595, flying heading 340 degrees.
Heading 340 degrees, Speedbird 595.
Jarrett 2 Kilo Yankee, there's nothing further, your frequency change approved, goodbye.
Frequency approved, goodbye, Kilo Yankee.
Shuttle might be a little bit high there. Might have turned him in a tad early. Wing, you would contact Tower now. So again, with top-down principle, if there's no ground on, you speak to the next highest station. So if there's no delivery, it would be ground. If there's no ground, it would be tower, and so on and so forth. Elling is disconnected.
That's right, hello, runner 3 Bravo with you, inbound Wallasey, information Golf Bank 738, descend level 70.
Runner 3 Bravo, Manchester Radar, good evening. It is Golf, you can descend flight level 60.
Level 60, runner 3 Bravo.
Shuttle 2 Tango, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 till 4, Shuttle 2 Tango.
Speedbird 595, 36 miles for 23 right, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, the QNH 1019er.
36 miles, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er, Speedbird 595.
Dino, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. If you do have any questions about anything you see or hear, please do feel free to shout. I'm more than happy to answer them. Just while you're overflying at 41,000 feet, that is slightly above my airspace. I can see there is the 2 Juliet Alpha Charlie Quebec. GSY presumably being Guernsey in this case then. Hence the 2-reg. Shuttle 2 Tango, Tower 118.630.
118.630, Shuttle 2 Tango, cheers.
Apologies, as I say, guys. Apologies for the quality of the scenery. We forgot to turn our Manchester scenery on when we restarted the sim. Just a little bit above my airspace. Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Hello, Shamrock 209.
Shamrock 209, Manchester Radar. Hello, report your passing altitude and climb now. Flight level 140.
Climbing level 140, passing now 3,500 feet.
You're handed off to tower. You're fine. That's Jake landing. Flare, flare. There we go. Ooh. Nope. Nope. Yep. There we go. That was a landing. That was definitely a landing. Ryanair 3 Bravo. Leave Mersey heading 095.
Leave Mersey heading 095, Ryanair 3 Bravo.
No worries, mate. That was a landing. That's all I'm going to say. Joel, you know, I can't say anything because, as you know, I do sometimes get quite snotty on the frequency. And people don't do what they're told. There is a little bit of panic, yes, absolutely. Speedbird 595, turn left heading 320 degrees and descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Left 320 degrees, down to 4,000, Speedbird 595.
Right, it's starting to pick up, well, I say it's starting to pick up. There's a few more aircraft inbound. We have to deal with more than one at once.
Red Agony, Easy 92 Yankee Delta with Golf aircraft type 320 200, passing flight 180, setting flight 80, level day.
Such as that one. Easy 92 Yankee Delta, Manchester radar, good evening, descend flight level 70.
Level 70, Easy 92 Yankee Delta.
Speedbird 595, speed 180 knots, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
Speed 180 knots, down to 3,500, Speedbird 595.
Shamrock 209, nothing further, your frequency change approved. We've somehow controlled 23 aircraft in this stream. Ground controller, hello mate, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, since we've been on, we've done 23 aircraft. It's actually more than I expected. I did not think we'd done that many. Speedbird 595, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS 23 right.
Left 270 degrees, clear for the ILS 23 right, Speedbird 595.
Who's that? That's Blighty, so we're not going to speak to them because they're going to Liverpool. Easy 92 Yankee Delta, leave trend heading 345, it's vectors for the ILS 23 right.
Leave trend 345, vectors ILS 23 right, Easy 92 Yankee Delta.
It's not been too bad, Joel. Like, I've been working, so I've been working from home today, just doing some of the project stuff I have to do. But yeah, it's been alright. I've gotten a few days off now. I did way too many days straight. We had my place of work hosted the Brit Awards, which was quite serious. So quite a lot of work from me there to support that, and from my team, who absolutely smashed it. So yeah, just a couple of days off to make up for that now. Speed 595, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 till 4, Speedbird 595.
Yeah, it's really weird watching something on TV going, I helped make that happen. It's really odd. So I've got... I don't know if I can show that one. But I have... is my camera not working again on Twitch? Why is the camera not working? Move it so it kind of works? Is that a thing? Right. Hang on. Apologies. Bear with me, everyone. Oh! That's massive. No. Right, there we go. Let's just put the webcam on for a minute just so we can see it. Right. There we go. We will fix that as well so that it actually works. Build 595. Contact tower 118.630.
118.630. Have a pleasant evening. Speedbird 595.
You too. See you later. That's. I'm saying nothing, Joel. Anyway, what I was going to show you was I have got are one of these, which is the program from the Brit Awards, which I think is actually quite cool to have. So obviously I have all my posters from all the various events.
Do you need a better descent rate for me?
Easy 9 to Yankee Delta. No, that's fine. Just turn left by 5 degrees for me, please.
Left by 5, down to Yankee Delta.
Ryanair 3 Bravo, got 18 miles to touchdown, 23 right, descend to altitude 3,500 feet, the QNH 1019er.
3,500 feet on 1019, Ryanair 3 Bravo.
Do I have a spare £18,000? I don't have a spare 18 pence at the moment. Easy 9 to Yankee Delta, 33 miles to 23 right, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, the QNH 1019er.
Down to 5,000, QNH 1019, easy 9 to Yankee Delta.
If I had spare money, this would not be my streaming computer. I would have fixed it so I could actually stream Flight Sim, rather than just trying to make it work as it is at the moment. But yeah, so we have the program. Also have this, which I don't think I'm allowed to show, but never mind. We have a script. And obviously I've got my accreditation stuff. So I've got some keepsakes from doing that. Because it will be the last time I do it. As I say, I'm leaving that place shortly. Ryanair 3 Bravo, turn right, heading 145.
Right in 145, Ryanair 3 Bravo.
I don't think it's a sim. Well, I mean, it could be a sim issue, but as I say, my sim is absolutely 100% rock solid until I start streaming, and then it struggles. And I really don't know why. It's only when I start streaming. Yay. Airbus landing there. Ryanair 3 Bravo, turn right heading 190 degrees, cleared ILS, 23 right.
Running 190 degrees, right approach 23 right, Ryanair 3 Bravo.
Easy 92 Yankee Delta, turn left heading 325, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Left 325, down to 4,000, easy 92 Yankee Delta.
I am, probably towards the end of the month, I'm going to completely wipe my PC. And just start from scratch. Wizz Air 2069, Manchester radar, hello, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Wizz Air 2069.
What even is that picture, Joel? Because that appears to be a plane landing on a runway with vehicles on it. I do understand the sentiment about Luton, though. It's not a nice place. Nobody ever wants to go to Luton. Ryanair 3 Bravo, speed 165 knots until 4 DME.
165 till 4, Ryanair 3 Bravo.
I feel like the picture is like some sort of weird edited mashup. Because the aircraft looks real, the rest of the picture looks real. It's really odd. Facebook, well, that says it all. Say no more. Easy 92 Yankee Delta, turn left heading 270 degrees, descend to altitude 3,500 feet, you cleared ILS 23 right.
About 270 degrees, turn altitude 3,500 feet, cleared ILS 23 right, easy 92 Yankee Delta.
Ryanair 3 Bravo, tower 118.630.
118.630, thanks Ryanair 3 Bravo, wait.
Wizz Air 2069, flight heading 355, it's vectors for the ILS 23 right.
Turn right heading 235 with a 2600 with ILS. I'm sorry, clear ILS runway. Clear ILS Yankee runway 23 right.
No. Wizz Air 2069, it's heading 355 and it's vectors for the ILS.
Heading 35 half and left of wireless with altitude 600.
Okay.
That's the radar AZ56 Juliet Airbus A320 descending to flight level 170.
Easy 56 Juliet, Manchester Radar, good evening. Squawk 6036, descend flight level 80.
Squawk 6036, descend to flight level 80, Easy 5 Juliet.
Easy 90 Yankee Delta 47.
90 Yankee Delta, thanks. Speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 to 4, Easy 90 Yankee Delta.
Bob, you are actually outside of controlled airspace there. You're below the base, so you could get a deconfliction service. Six miles. Spot on. That's what I wanted there. Happy with that. Was Air 2069, 25 miles to touchdown. Descend to altitude 5,000 feet. The QNH 1019er.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er with altitude 600.
Easy 90 Yankee Delta, number 2, Tower 118.630.
118.630, Easy 90 Yankee Delta. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. See ya. Joel, no, I don't think you're the worst nightmare. Like, there are people that are just incapable of comprehending instructions, like they don't listen, and they are generally the worst nightmare. People that are doing non-standard things is fine as long as they know what they're doing. Yeah, exactly. Like Lion is exactly right. You can form a complete sentence. That means you are fine. Could do with this whiz descending. He is now descending. There we go. Easy 56 Juliet. You can route direct to Mersey.
Direct Mersey, Easy 5 Juliet.
Some people are just very odd on VATSIM. Wizz Air 2069, descend to altitude 3,500 feet, speed 180 knots.
Descend 3,500 feet, speed 180 knots with altitude 600.
There we go, took him a second. Yeah, anyone that uses 67 as their call sign, they're fairly high up on the list of people I don't want to control. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? Is that there's some VATSIM code of conduct there that says that's not allowed? Rekka, hello, welcome in. Wizz Air 2069, turn left, heading 320 degrees.
Say again, please.
Wizz Air 2069, turn left, heading 320 degrees.
Turn left, heading 320 degrees with altitude 600.
Rekka sounds good, mate. We could probably keep that whiz turning. Wizz Air 2069, left 270 degrees, cleared ILS 23 right.
Turn left 270 degrees, cleared ILS 23 right with altitude 600.
Yep. The Easy is making his way toward Mersey. That's fine. An all Nippon 777 going overhead at 28,000 feet. With an EasyJet A320 above them, so that's going to be fun when they have to descend into Edinburgh. GP, thank you very much for the TikTok follow. The whiz has gone through but is establishing. Right, how are we doing for inbounds? 3. think we'll go Transavia 158 as the last inbound. Alf, hello mate, welcome in. Yeah, it's been a little bit busy recently, so I've not been on as much as I would like. But we are all good. Hope you're doing well. A real world call sign that has 6-7. If it has 6-7 in it, it's fine. If it's a real world call sign, it's fine. If it's not, I think you need to reevaluate your life choices. Wizz Air 2069, speed 160 knots until 4 miles from touchdown.
Speed 160 degrees with wind 60 knots with a 2069.
Popo Joe, no, so I've never been a real world controller. I've literally just done it on VATSIM. There's a French sector logged on, LFFM, which I have never heard of in my life. France military control. Okay. Okay, cool. I've never seen a French mil sector on, so that's cool. Wizz Air 2069, contact tower 118.630.
Contact tower 118.640 with 2069. Bye bye.
Dino, I am all good for mods. Thank you very much, though. Thanks for offering. Now, bro, so I didn't crash. The simulator crashed. It wasn't me. I was not the one doing the crashing. I feel I should just make that clear. Just for the record. Oh gosh, Joel is finding call signs that end in 6-7. See, Air Canada 967 is fine. I have no problems with that. Easy 56 Juliet, leave Mersey, heading 095.
Leave Mersey, heading 095, easy 56.
Right, there's no problem if the call sign ends in 6-7. I think Eva, was it?
Manchester
is it
radar,
Eva Air into Heathrow?
Alpha, flight level 20, climb flight level 50.
Easy 6 Alpha, Manchester radar, hello, you can climb now, flight level 150.
Climb now, flight level 150, easy 6 Alpha.
Both of these. Yeah, I think the Eva into Heathrow used to be the Eva 6-7.
Transavia 158, descend to flight level 80.
Transavia 158, Manchester radar, hello, speed 250 knots, descend flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, speed 250 knots, Transavia 158.
Manchester, hello, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo. Level 123 descending on the Elvos transition, and we have information Golf.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, Manchester radar, hello, it is information Golf, speed 250 knots, descend flight level 80.
Descend level 80, speed 250 knots, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Cool, that should just about, I mean, they're not exactly separated there, but we can work on that in a second. You are easy 56 Juliet, speed 220 knots or greater.
220 knots or greater, easy 56.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, flying heading 355.
Heading 355, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
So we'll turn this Ryanair early just to get the separation in. Transavia 158, speed 220 knots, descend flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, speed 220 knots, transaction 158.
Coffee Shop, thank you very much for the Twitch follow, much appreciated. Easy 5-6 Juliet, descend flight level 60.
Descend to flight level 60, easy factory then.
Ryanair 5-4 Mike Bravo, you have 33 miles for 23 right. Descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
Descend 5,000, 1019, Ryanair 5-4 Mike Bravo.
So we're going to go, what we're going to go here, let's just do some maths. So we'll probably go Ryanair, EasyJet, Transavia here. And if we can get them all nicely on the ILS, we will do so. Easy 6 Alpha, nothing further, your frequency change approved. Goodbye.
Frequency change approved, bye-bye, Easy 6 Alpha.
So we're going to keep the speed up on the Ryanair for now, slowing down as late as we can. Transavia 158, after Dane, fly heading 030 degrees.
After Dane, fly heading 300 degrees, Transavia 158.
Xavier 158, just to confirm it's after Dane heading 030.
After Dane heading 030, Transavia 158.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, speed 220 knots.
Reducing speed 220 knots, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Easy 56 Juliet, speed now 180 knots, your number 2.
Speed 180 knots, number 2, easy factory.
This Ryanair I don't think he's descending as quickly as I could do with him doing. But also I have to slow him down, and that's where the problem comes in. So he's high and fast, which is the last thing you want. So we're going to see if we can make it work. So you're 220 knots, you're 220 knots.
Hello, Master Radar again. Easy 82 Echo is on the Cloud 1 Romeo departure out R23 right.
Easy 82 Echo Manchester Radar, hello. Report your passing altitude. Climb now, flight level 140.
Passing altitude is 5,000 feet and climb flight level 140.
So, we're going to turn this easy away because I just need to extend the Ryanair slightly. Easy 56 Juliet, turn left heading 075.
Turn left heading 075, easy factory.
Which means we'll probably have to slow the Transavia down very shortly, but not just yet. That Ryanair, by the way, has descended 1,500 feet now in 9 miles. But I'm going to have to slow him down again before I can turn him in. Transavia 158, speed 180 knots, descent altitude 5,000 feet, the QNH 1019er.
Speed 180 knots, descent of... So, flight level 50, QNH 1019, sorry. Transavia 158.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, turn left heading 270 degrees, I'll take you through the localizer to lose the height.
Left heading 270 and clear for the localizer for Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, negative. Maintain heading 270 degrees. I will take you through the localizer. You're a little bit high.
Roger, okay. Maintaining 270 for the moment for Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Easy 56 Juliet, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1019, easy 53.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, speed 180 knots, descent altitude 4,000 feet.
4,000 speed 180, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Runner 54 Mike Bravo, continue left heading 200 degrees. When established, localizer 23 right, descend glide path.
Left turn, heading 200, and when established on the glide path, continue Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Easy 56 Juliet, turn right heading 145.
Turn right heading 145, easy 52.
You can see what's happened here is we're now getting really close to the edge of my my airspace and my radar manoeuvring area, which on TikTok is actually off the screen. It's so far away. So I'm just hoping now I can get this easy in quickly, and then we can get this Transavia turned. He is 180 knots. Theo, we're probably going to close in the next 15 minutes or so. Probably going to close on the hour. Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, descend to 3,500 feet, then further with the ILS.
Descend 3,500 for Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Easy 56 Juliet, turn right heading 190 degrees. When established, localizer 23 right, descend glide path.
Descend to 190 when established, descend the glide path, easy 52.
That should turn him in and he'll follow quite nicely. He'll slow down obviously now as he turns back into wind. And then we can start turning the Transavia in really soon. But not just yet. Soon. You see the speeds are starting to come back in quite nicely now.
Fully established, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, 23 right.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, thanks. Speed 165 knots until 4 DME.
165 until 4 DME, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo.
Transavia 158, turn left heading 320 degrees and descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Turn left heading 320, descend to flight level 40, Transavia 158.
Easy 82 Echo, there's nothing further, your frequency change approved.
Monitor unit, common 2 decimate. Thank you for the service.
Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, tower 118.630.
Tower 118.630, Ryanair 54 Mike Bravo, bye.
Transavia 158, left heading 270 degrees. When established, localizer 23 right, descend glide path.
Turn left heading 270, when established, glide path, Transavia 158.
Easy 56 Juliet, maintain speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 knots until 4 DME, easy 52.
You're handed off to tower. You will establish now. You're establishing now. There we go. And that's how we very easily get 3 on the ILS in a nice line. In what are you? 6 miles there. 5 miles there. It's a little bit tight, but that should work out. Shouldn't be too bad. Probably slow that Transavia down very shortly.
Easy 56 Juliet, fully established, runway 23 right.
Easy 56 Juliet, thanks. Transavia 158, speed now 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
160, maintain till, please say again.
160 knots, maintain until 4 miles from touchdown.
Speed 160, maintain until 4 nautical miles from touchdown. Transavia 158, sorry.
Okay. Easy 56 Juliet, your number 2, tower 118.630.
118.630.
So yeah, that easy slowed down a little bit earlier than I'd planned. So I was trying to get 5 miles between each of them. So that's easy is about a mile behind where I wanted it. But that should work now. I'm not too concerned about that separation. Tower should be able to deal with that. So we'll just watch those 3 land. Then we will probably call it a night. And tomorrow I will fix the issue of resub messages and alerts and stuff not working because they just seem to have broken completely, which is a little bit annoying. I'm really not sure why they're not playing ball. Because I can actually bring it up so that the debug works. So those of you on Twitch and YouTube will see that I can get the debug message to work. So I will try and fix them tomorrow, see what's going on there. So we'll get them working. And that means every time you sub or resub or gift or follow, etc., you will appear on screen. Because for some reason that seems to have stopped working. But we'll get that fixed tomorrow. We might well do another stream tomorrow night. As I say, I'm now off work until Monday. Which is practically unheard of. I very rarely take time off. Until I have to. I am told that I have to take time off. So we might well do another stream tomorrow night. ! Discord in the chat. We'll get you a link to the Discord server. We will have a chat about it in there. And we'll see what the plan is. Transavia 158, your number 3, contact tower 118.630.
118.630, Transavia 158, bye-bye.
Hopefully Discord works. Apologies if it doesn't. But yeah, we'll likely do something tomorrow. We'll try and get the overlay fixed. I might actually, if anyone's interested, I don't know if anyone would be, I might do a stream where sort of I show you my workflow for coding the app. And when I say workflow, I mean what I put into ChatGPT, what it gives back to me. And then how that builds the little app that I use. So if anyone wants to see that, do feel free to let me know. But I think for tonight, we're probably going to call that a night there. Let's see, who's knocking around? Doing what at the moment? Anyone streaming? Bob, have you finished? You've landed, haven't you? Morgan's streaming. Cool. We'll go and raid Morgan. We'll go and raid the Gamers Coalition over on Twitch. So let me just get that set up now. Bear with me. Please hold the line just while I fix this. Because I know exactly what I'm doing. There we go. So we're going to go and raid the Gamers Coalition, who is flying for Blighty, which is Bob's man 227's virtual airline. He's in the Twitch chat at the moment. We will go and say hello to him. I will no doubt see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday evening. But for now, bye-bye, and I will see you later.